March 10th, 2025 order, and the first order of business would be the invocation and the pledge.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, as we gather together this evening, we just ask for your many blessings, Lord, and we please ask that you be with us. Times are challenging and hard for so many people, but we hope and pray for better days in the coming weeks and months ahead. And Father, as always, we just ask for your guidance in our decision-making for our wonderful town. And all these things we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
And Terry, will lead us in the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay. Everyone should receive a copy of last month's minutes. Any comments, corrections?
I move to approve the February 10th, 2025 minutes as presented.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Further discussion? Okay, hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much. And we'll go ahead and move to the treasurer's report. Sharon Strand.
Almost good evening, or good afternoon, Heather's there. So in your packet this time, we have the financial statements through February. And the report looks a little different because we have upgraded the system. So now we have our encumbrances actually in there, which show the balances of the purchase orders that we have in the system now. So it kind of looks a little different, but I think it gives a clearer picture of where we are year to date. The next thing is I'm going to introduce is the budget ordinance for this evening, and we're going to be holding a public hearing next Tuesday, in April 14th for the budget for it to be adopted, and then we'll have a workshop scheduled for next Tuesday. And the budget ordinance does say that we're proposing to keep the property tax rate same as last year at the 0.1203. Does anybody have any questions for me?
How's the new software?
Yeah. It's going good.
Good.
Yeah, and we're still learning.
Sure.
But we've had many training classes and we still have more coming.
Great.
So, but it'll be nice when we're familiar and everything's in the system and it's a push of a button.
Yeah, awesome.
But we're getting there. We're
Are
getting
they
there.
online training classes, or does somebody come here and?
They're online.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like virtual, like a Zoom or
Like
Teams
a LinkedIn
meeting.
learning kind
Yeah.
of thing?
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but it's a live person on the other side, so you can ask the questions.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really great.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not taking you just a day to become an expert.
Crazy, isn't it?
Right?
Oh.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. Thank you. And moving on to planning department, Mike Bale.
Thank you, sir. So we did not have a planning and zoning meeting in February. We are scheduled to have one this month on the 17th, and we'll be having a public hearing for ordinance number 227, which is the draft Leonardtown 2025 comprehensive plan. And planning and zoning hopefully will be making recommendation to town council to proceed.
Okay. Comments, questions from Mike?
Mike, is that an open public hearing for the public to ask questions, or is that just?
Yes.
No, yes.
Oh, that is, okay. Thank you.
Did we send that out to the planning and zoning? You don't need me.
I have not done that. I should do that, Heather, tomorrow afternoon.
No worries, I just want to make sure I didn't miss.
The packet's ready, so if you want one before we go, the only thing I don't have ready is the staff report.
It's all good. No, thank you, Mike.
Anything else from Mike? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And Corporal Rozelle's not here, but should receive a copy of her report.
Michelle. Did you leave my packet down in my...
It's probably in your box.
Is it my box?
Would you run down? Somebody run down?
I'll get you.
Thank you. Sorry. I was gonna grab it and it didn't look like it was in there.
Oh, should be.
Just looking at her report, 124 crime preventions, that's just going around, making sure things are good. 76 vehicle stops, that's always good to see, so, yeah. She's out there and working it, so, they're out there and working it, so certainly appreciate it. So. Any other comments on the police report?
I saw her walking one day out on the outside. I was like, you need a ride? But I love seeing that they're just, patrolling one floor and cars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to administrator's report. Michelle?
Okay, the first item is request for outdoor seating for 41654 and 41656 Fenwick Street, which is the former David's Flowers building, and Mr. Jim Hiles is the new owner of the building, and he's with us today. He has requested outdoor seating over 2 parking spaces that are in front of the building. He has submitted a building permit application to retrofit the 2 vacant units into restaurants, and the permits are currently under review. The outdoor seating would allow for additional seating capacity needed for the restaurant use, as well as to add vibrancy to the Fenwick Street district. A building permit has been submitted for the construction of a 273 square foot composite deck with skirting, and it would be constructed over the 2 parking spaces to ensure the seating area is level with the sidewalk. A 36-inch tall aluminum rail system would surround the seating area on 3 sides for safety, and there's a drawing in your packet. Whenever we were reviewing the application, we noted that the property lines don't line up exactly with the building itself. And so staff has been working hard on looking at different alternatives for parking on Fenwick Street and improvements, as well as traffic calming for Fenwick Street itself. And so what we're proposing is restriping, if this is approved, restriping the parking, and it will actually pick up 2 additional spaces in front of the 2 alleys that are not being used on a daily basis. And it will get rid of the one in front of the parking space in front of the old social building, so that cars aren't pulling in directly into the end of the sidewalk seating. And we have in the budget to do a larger brick bump out that will kind of narrow the road there to help to also slow traffic down, also help with pedestrian crossings, make it safer. And then if anyone ever goes into the old social that was outdoor seating, it would already be there, so it's not going to be taking any parking away. So we would still have the same amount of parking spaces once we do the restriping as we have today. Additionally, we're doing a lot of things to try to show the public where to park. A lot of people aren't familiar that Leonardtown Alley is now done and how easy it is. We added the nice sidewalks to get to Fenwick Street, so it's just almost the same distance to park on the dry cleaner side of Fenwick Street and walk to one of the businesses on the other side is to park behind them and walk down the sidewalk. So a lot of it is just getting information out there. There's always spaces that the brick parking lot is rarely full, especially during the week. So that way we can make the parking, those 2 spaces line up exactly with the property lines. And there was a drawing in your packet. Like I said, we're also looking at ways to slow down traffic as a whole. There's been a couple accidents there this week of just people pulling out of the parking space the last month. People pulling out of the parking spaces and people coming too fast up that hill. So I think it'll help with everything. I also included in your packet the original guidelines for outdoor seating that we adopted, and the plan that is submitted does meet those guidelines. Like I said, Mr. Hiles is here if you have any questions, or I can help you if you have any additional questions.
I would add that, in Jay has actually asked us to add to the budget speed sign coming up that road, so speed down. So
That'll help.
I want speed cameras.
So we're going to look at that because of Riken, we realized.
I was going to say, it's got to be around schools, so there's limited
Right.
where we can put
Yeah,
it.
that's the only time we can do it, so.
And I did see the sheriff's department there last week giving out tickets, quite a few tickets in that
Oh,
area,
good.
so, yeah. Yeah. Then also I noticed today in the alleyway, the old bank alleyway, Kate is actually putting up lights.
Oh,
inside
nice.
that,
Yeah, she has
so-
a facade grant to redo the alley and.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's gonna have seating or something in there,
Yes,
right?
yeah, so she doesn't want cars coming through the alley, so she's happy to put a parking space in front of that, but it does need restriped to kind of redistribute the footage.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, because we have the bollards up, that no cars can use that, and so we can add space there as well.
Could we add ballards on her side just so nobody
Yes, I
accidentally
know
Right.
you
Yeah.
show it, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Drive-
probably what we'll do.
Yeah.
drives through? I mean, that way we can always take them down if we
Right.
need to,
Yeah.
but
Right.
at least it would
I
be.
can probably add that to the budget, I don't know that I have the money to do it now,
Right.
but
Right.
we could probably still add that to the budget.
So just to confirm, the restriping, once we do that, we'll gain a spot at the Duke's Alley, and then we'll gain one at Bank of America. So really, we're not losing a spot this time. Okay. Okay. Good.
With the restriping of the other one, right? Because one has to be.
Yeah, you have
with
to
the
restripe
restripe
it
it
all,
all,
it looks like.
Yep. Okay. Any-
Sounds
Do we
good.
have a time frame for the striping?
Once this is approved, I can go ahead and get that scheduled, because it'll
Okay.
probably have to be, I don't even know what day to do it, that it's not busy,
Yeah.
that's the only problem.
Yeah.
So I'll have to work with the striping company and see when they could do it.
Gotcha.
We have a contract, so.
Right.
And will this match, Lucia, like what the Rex has and Antoinette's, kind of the same?
Correct. So similar,
Similar-
the deck.
You know, I don't have those memorized, the Trex, we
Right.
bought them.
Okay.
And there's a lot of options for an aluminum deck, rail system.
To go around?
I'll
Okay.
look at the other ones and I'll match them, they're all kind of black.
Yeah, I believe so. It might be nice just to keep them all at least
Consistent.
relatively consistent.
They're really nice though for keeping people in and on the deck.
Yeah.
As somebody that had 3 kids under the age of 3, you know, you only have 2 hands.
Yeah.
So to have that,
I'm not sure, I think it might be different people that get those, like I currently have quotes from a couple of Mennonite men that use that. They've done a couple of the railing systems for me, so it's something I've learned recently that we're all in that business. So I plan on using one of them.
I think it's, yeah, they have used different companies, but they're all pretty similar. I think the white with the white rail and then the black pickets, I think.
Yeah, so
Something like
the last one I did it's all powder coated aluminum and has a black, like a 4x4 with a cap.
Yeah.
And then the ones that I last did had like the steel cables, and every fourth one is a stainless steel piece. But you can do all black. I'll match the
be nice.
Yeah, generally. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Sounds good.
Jim, any idea when any of the businesses may be looking to open up?
So right now, we got a grease trap in, I got, a bunch of trenches dug inside, and so it's a 3 permit deal. So I have a permit active right now on the site and shell improvements, which includes all the interior drains. So they should be done trenching, this week, and then I'll get the drains in probably next week. And as soon as my, other 2 permits are approved, I already have the trades lined up, the plumbing, HVAC, electric. So I'm anticipating, so they start, paying on their leases in June, and they're responsible for their goods. And it's on the Project Restore grant, so they're required to be open by December 31st this year. So we're working towards that date. Boone's thinks they're going to be open sooner. I'm not sure about that. I mean, it's Smash and Boone's, and Smash is a going concern, so they know what they're doing. They got a lot of practice at this, and Boone's is their first one, so they're a little different.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it'll be probably fall, late fall.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, great.
Very good.
Currently, the interior renovation plans are with the state fire marshal for review.
Okay.
Thank you, Mike.
comments, questions?
I move to approve the proposed outdoor seating area located in front of 41654 and 41656 Fenwick Street, which will occupy 2 existing parking spaces as shown on the attached parking space delineation plan.
I'll second.
Further discussion? Okay, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much.
Okay, the next item is to award the municipal solid waste and disposal contract. The town advertised a request for bid regarding the municipal solid waste and recyclables collection and disposal contract on January 23rd, 2025. The bid packages were due February 28th, 25, following the pre-bid meeting February 10th, 25. The term of this contract will be for a 5-year period beginning July 1st of this year and ending June 30th, 2030. The contractor and town hereby agree that the town shall have an option to extend the term of the contract for 2 additional 2-year periods. The contractor and town officials have to meet each year prior to February 1st when the contract is up for renewal for those 2-year option terms. 2 bids were received, and I put in your package the comparison of the bid prices and how it would affect pricing based on our current statements and usage. The overall low bidder is WB Waste Solutions, and there was there was the bid comparison prices, and then the larger spreadsheet, which showed actual invoices that we've received, one in January and one from August of last year for 2 different time periods, so you could make sure that they were consistent pricing and what we were actually billed for, because there's items in the bid prices that aren't used on a regular basis. So we wanted to really capture exactly the uses that we actually are billed for on a consistent basis and how it affects the residents. And so you can see those in both cases. WB's pricing, new pricing, was lower than Republic's. Just because there's so many line items, that some of the, there were ones that were, Republic was lower and ones that WB Waste were lower, but the ones that had the highest impact to what we use on a regular basis, WB's, there had more that were lower. We had no issues. WB has been extremely cooperative and worked with us even on the weekend. Tom is here. He actually gets his phone blows up. He'll answer at any time and try to help us out. And I think our residents get very good service.
Any comments, questions? Okay. go
Yeah,
ahead.
sorry, Dan. Michelle, remind me, were we going to resurvey folks about maybe dropping down to the 1 day a week, or?
We did talk
was there-
about it. So in this bid packet, there was pricing for to go down to once a week, so we wouldn't have to rebid it. We already have the pricing.
Okay.
When we surveyed the residents before, they wanted to keep the 2 times a week. And as you'll see during the budget process, with these new prices, we're still right at or below what
Where we were.
outside of Leonardtown people are paying for once a week service, where we have twice a week service.
Okay, thank
The
you.
main cost is the cost to dispose of the products, not the
Yeah.
actual pickup.
Okay.
So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh. That's interesting. So is that going to go up then when we add the new neighborhoods, like the new portion of
Well, and
Meadow Run?
they'll be paying also, so I mean.
Cost per
Oh.
The
unit.
rates are going up a little bit, but it's not, like I said, we've done a survey to see what rates are outside of town, and we're still below with the twice a week service.
Yeah, no, I love the twice a week service, personally. So.
Any other questions?
I move to award the current municipal solid waste and recyclables collection and disposal contract to WB Waste Solutions LLC, formerly known as Good Companies, Inc., to accept the proposed unit prices from the February 2025 bid.
And I'll second.
Okay, a motion and second, further discussion. Okay, hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you very much.
and so we won't need to swap out bins and all that stuff. Great.
Yep, it's good.
Stays the same.
All right, the next item is just a review of the Maryland Heritage Areas Authority grant that we have applied for, if you're all in agreement to move forward with that, for carousel restoration. As part of the continued effort to implement the goals and action items of the Downtown Strategic Plan, the town is applying for a Maryland Heritage Area grant in the amount of $8,746.50 for the planning, design, and cost estimating services for the restoration and relocation of the vintage Allen Herschel carousel to the Leonardtown Wharf. And we were donated that carousel from the fire department when they closed down the carnival, and we have it in storage now. We would provide a total project cost of $17,493. Phase 1 of the project is planned to begin on July 10th, which includes after July 10th, which would include finalizing the scope of work in order to solicit final cost proposals. And we would have to have matching funds for this, but we do have them available in the Waterfront Revitalization Fund that we have. So the total project will be for $17,493, and that's going to get us the expert to come and look at all the parts that we have and what we would need to do and help us come up with an estimate for modifications that have to be made to it. It would look at the new characters that were donated, if we can use them on the hand-carved ones, and see if they can fit. And then it would also use Mahan Reichel to take their plans to the next step for cost estimating and to get a rendering of what it would look like.
Love it. Very nice.
There's not really any action unless you have.
But all we need to contribute for this one though, Michelle, right, is just the 8,000, the matching.
Correct,
Okay.
and we have that in the Waterfront Revitalization Fund. And I will tell you that I got the new architectural plans for the food hall that were being revised last Wednesday, so I'm happy to show those to you if you want to see those sometime.
I mean, the carousel
Absolutely,
is
yeah.
part of it.
It's right at the outside of it, like
Okay.
it has, it's not in front of the building now, it's kind of on the end, so it doesn't block the building as well.
Okay.
Because the main view of the building is from the water.
Good.
Very nice.
Michelle, what happens if we don't get the grant? Not that I want to be a negative Nelly, but.
We can
would just
decide
come
to
and
fund
do
it
Okay.
from the waterfront fund.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect, thank you.
I'm hopeful that we will.
I'm hopeful.
Okay, the next item is just the introduction of ordinance number 227 for the 2025 comprehensive plan that Mike mentioned earlier. Janine is going to be presenting that during the public hearing. She was unable to be here today, but we're just at this point introducing the ordinance. Under the Maryland Code, the town is required to adopt and execute a comprehensive plan and to review such plan at least once every 10 years. So this is our cycle. It's been longer. We last did it in 2010, right? So it's been longer than 10 years, but it's just to get us everyone on cycle with the state. So this year is when we're required to do it. We've been actually working on it since 2019 when we started working on the downtown plan. So there's been a lot of people involved in the process. We will hold a public hearing on the plan at the March 17th meeting at 4:15 for the Planning Commission, and then they will make a recommendation. We'll hold another public hearing on April 10th before you, and you can make a decision. The state and county comments are due back tomorrow. Would be their 90-day review period, so I haven't received anything, and I don't think you have either, so. So for today, we're just introducing the ordinance 227. And then Jennifer, give your Main Street update.
The Main Street quarterly update, I'm working with the Assistant Town Administrator on creating a Main Street handbook, organization checklist, bylaws to approve board member terms, conflict of interest policy for board members that work on grants, and an updated commitment letter.
Certainly appreciate it. Things are going well, so.
And that's all I have.
Okay. Anything else? else for Michelle? Okay.
Good job, Mike Daly, winning the dollhouse.
I know.
How many round tickets did you buy?
So I bought 5 the first day, and I bought 5 the last day.
Okay.
Good.
Congrats.
And my daughter plays with that thing.
Aww. I love it.
Yeah, I need to contact the guy that made it because she's played with it so much. The light in the kitchen, all the lights actually work in this
Yeah,
thing, by the
I
way.
plugged it in when I was down.
It's, for some reason, it's not working, so I need to figure it out.
I love that little hose. The hose on the outside.
The detail was amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, moving on to my report, no one from LBA's here.
I have written, just at the
Oh, okay.
last minute, I
Okay.
think Christy ended up getting sick, so LBA, the Business Association is celebrating its 25th year this year, and the state of the town is April 11th. We'll be celebrating that 25th year. We're hoping to get the invitations out to all businesses in Leonardtown this week. And they have the Exceptional Easter Egg Hunt, April 4th and 5th. It's a collaborative event, much like the Scarecrow Stroll. They're hoping businesses, organizations throughout St. Mary's County will join in the fun. Right now, they have 30 businesses from St. Mary's signed up to hide at least 1 dozen eggs on Friday and Saturday around noon. 11 of those eggs will contain small prizes, and at least 1 egg will have a bigger prize, gift card or a winner card of some sort. The town and LBA will be hiding the eggs as well. If any town council members would like to help stuff or hide eggs, they would love volunteers. The biggest time they need help specifically is for the hiders on Saturday. And also save the date for the upcoming Hometown Heroes concert on June the 7th. And remind visitors, actually businesses it should be, to upload any and all events to visit leonardtownmd.com. Just one click in the calendar and click to submit your event, and that does also get then added to visit St. Mary's as well. So you get and add it in our newsletter, but we need it to be added to visit Leonardtown so that we do have those events out there to promote. And that's all.
Okay. The only other thing I've got is I was at the Maryland Mayors Association Winter Conference over Wednesday evening, Thursday, and Friday morning. So up in Annapolis, of course, everything going on with the session up there is kind of crazy. So yeah, but no, it was a good event. Good seeing everybody. That's all I had. We'll move on to council reports. Heather, events.
I attended Mall Dyer. It was freezing. It was lovely. Just kudos to everybody who volunteered. Eris was out, of course, doing a phenomenal job. Always makes me happy to see her. Question, Michelle, also though, for the Exceptional Egg Hunt, they need us when? The April 5th? And that's hospice also, so that'll be either good timing or bad.
I think it's the day before, right, the 3rd.
It says it's April 4th and 5th, so that would be Friday.
Yeah.
Fifth is the
It
hospice.
said Saturday. When did she say they were hiding the eggs? Let me see, let me read this.
I just didn't know how that would work. Like, and do people need to remember where they hide the eggs? I have this problem every year.
Just find a random egg in August.
In August, we're gonna find like a
You'll find egg. Somebody will find eggs.
It's fine. I guess I just want to make sure because I can help, so it's not a problem.
It says Saturday, which would be the 5th, but they're saying it's April 4th and 5th, so let me just double check that.
Okay, I'll help. I don't mind.
Oh, they're hiding them each day, so it sounds like Saturday is when they need to help them.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
hiding 12 eggs by noon Friday and 12 eggs on Saturday.
I might do the run, so I'll just run here instead.
Yeah, run
Find
around.
some eggs.
Yeah, I'll join you, that sounds fun.
Yeah, right? So, yeah, but back to Mall Dyer, great event. Every year I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite things that we do here. So it's a good way to kind of break up the winter as well.
Yep.
That's all I have, Mary. Oh, I think I had a thank you. Oh, the picnic tables. Yeah.
Okay.
So
great.
I'll let Mary talk about that since she's here, so.
I didn't build them.
No, you brought her to us.
Yes.
Yeah, no, thank you, Mary.
Thank you. And Nick, Community Development and Planning.
All right, thank you, Mayor. I don't have much to report, still a number of projects working and permits and UNOs coming through, which is great. The only thing I was gonna mention is, the Hospice Walk, April 5th, always a great event, so if you're interested, make sure to register for it. It's hopefully good weather, but I think last month was kind of a quiet month. I didn't make it for Old Dyer weekend, sadly, but not too much.
We're dressed up in anything?
No, I wasn't out and about.
Look at the snow.
Didn't dress up as her, no. It was a quiet week, quiet month, but looking forward to spring.
Spring's here and getting a little warmer, so yeah.
Hopefully it
If you
stays.
see Nick in a snowman outfit, just
Don't go out there right now.
I think those days
It
are,
would be a bad day for you, I think.
that's it for me, though.
Thank you. And Christie, Utilities.
Thank you, Mayor. I did ride back in Meadows 2 today to check out the tower. I couldn't get all the way back there, so but I hear it's moving forward. Saw lots of fire hydrants and stuff up, so that's always exciting. It's moving along. It looks really good in there, really. And then, again, just want to echo, Muldair weekend was great. We did the scavenger hunt, walked all around town, got tons of steps in, had a great time. It was nice, and looking very much forward to this. This is going to be fun, the egg hunt, so that's all I have.
Thank you. And Jay, Southern Maryland Municipal Association.
All right, Mayor, thank you. I have a very small report. May 1st and 2nd, the Mayor Municipality Board of Directors retreat again is in Frederick, Maryland. I do not have an update on a SMMA meeting. As soon as I hear something, Terry, I'll tell you, but no update. And looking forward to the Maryland Municipal League June, or summer conference, June 22nd through the 25th. That'll be here before you know it. So I think everyone has their hotel, and I think everybody's ready. So looking forward to it. It's a good educational session. Yep, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mary, Business Development and Retention.
Thank you, Mayor. The first thing I'm going to tell all my small businesses is to contact your delegate. There are 2 laws that were proposed last week. The first one is a 2.5% sales tax between businesses, from business to business. So, if I hire a plumber to come into my business to fix my plumbing, he would have to charge me 2.5% coming into a business. That is horrible for small business. Why would we do that? Why would we hurt small businesses? And then there's another one out there for advertising for nonprofit organizations. That's another 2.5%. So, imagine if somebody puts up a banner, like a sign, bookkeeping by Blanche over at the ball field, then the ball field is going to have to pay 2.5%, which is where you're taking away from the Little League? Why are we doing that? So contact your delegate, tell them that you're not interested, that you do not like these bills. That would be a good thing. Remember our friend BOI that I've talked about, beneficial ownership information that I brought up many times in here. If you guys remember the process, the procedures, or the past, I guess, last year, BOI came out. All small businesses, including HOAs, were supposed to be registered with FinCEN, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. If you did not register by the end of the year, you were going to have a $500 a day penalty. On December 3rd, it was overturned. It was an injunction was put on against it from a judge in Texas. That was overturned on December 23rd. That was overturned again on December 28th. As of January, we had no BOI requirements. That has been overturned again on February 27th. So BOI is now required by March 17th, I believe, which is always random. Why don't you pick like a real date, like, I don't know, the end of the month. But then last week they came out and said no penalty for not doing it. So this is where we are, following the journey of whether you have to be registered with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, which is a division of the U.S. Treasury, with your business. For most of my clients, of course, I'm saying just do it, because I don't know when they're going to overturn it again, when something else is going to happen. But I just want to keep you guys updated on the saga, the BOI saga that is my life. And that's it. That's all I have. Oh, and the picnic tables. Yes. We had the scouts come down over the weekend. weekend and built 5 new picnic tables for the wharf. And we had sponsors, I think, for every picnic table. Yep, I saw that. So I think that that's great. And, it was really cute because the Scoutmaster was down there, and I guess he was, I don't know, absorbing or something. He was like, I'm really glad you're doing this because I never have a place to sit when I come down here, so I can sit and review your Scout project. And so it all worked out very well. So I'm very, very pleased with that. I think that's a nice addition.
It is.
I'm still voting for a crab feast.
Yeah, we should break them in. Good.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone else have anything for the good of the order?
Terry, was that Troop 420, do you know that?
I do not.
That's the Leonardtown Troop, right?
No, this
I don't
is a
think it
troop in
Yeah.
Valley Lee.
Yeah.
It's an all-female scout troop.
She said it, and because my kids were 420, so I knew that it wasn't them. So.
Okay. Anything else? Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you very much.
Yes, happy 40.
You know, it's our generation.
No, so I got this guy, previously told me,